Let's take a look at 6 under-the-radar prospects for those in Dynasty leagues up next on Fantasy Baseball Today Express. Welcome into FBT Express on Thursday, September 11th. I am Frank Stampfl, joined by Scott White. And let's take a look at 6 under-the-radar prospects for those in Dynasty leagues. Scott, I'm just going to tee up and let you go because I don't know much about these names. You're going to educate me. You're going to educate everybody else. And first up, we have Ty Johnson, a pitcher on the Rays.
Yeah, that's the idea. Playing a handful of deep Dynasty leagues. And these are guys I'm looking at. Ty Johnson of the Rays. Actually, he nearly made this list last year because he showed such improvement after coming over from the Cubs in the Isaac Paredes deal. Remember when Isaac Paredes was with the Cubs, came from the Rays. Ty Johnson was one of those who went the other way. The Rays made some changes to his delivery to improve his control. He's got like a low right-handed slot and great extension on it. It's given him an 18% swinging strike rate in the minors this year. Ty Johnson looking very good.
Next up, we have Kemp Alderman from Chris's Miami Marlins, an outfielder.
So Kemp Alderman is somebody who has popped up really recently here. He has had a 2020 season in the minors, but I only took notice of him once he got to AAA, and I could look at that StatCast data that became available at that point. He's already hit a ball there as hard as 114.4 miles per hour. So this is big boy power for Kemp Alderman, the sort of outlier skill that would allow a right-handed hitting corner man to potentially make it to the majors and have be a starting caliber outfielder for fantasy. I don't know if the 20 steals, if that's something we can expect to continue for Kemp Alderman. He's not like naturally fast, but he's at least shown some inclination to run in the minors. And like I said, the power's legit.
Next up, we have Johnny King, who is a pitcher in the Blue Jays organization, 19 years old, a third-round pick in last year's draft. Tons of strikeouts here.
So many strikeouts. In fact, no minor leaguer with as many innings as Johnny King this year has better than his 15.3 K per nine. A strikeout rate, a K per nine rate that high, of course, points to serious upside. Now, if you watch video of Johnny King, like he puts everything he has into every throw, very high effort, and the control's bad. Like it's something that's going to have to improve for him to go anywhere, but he would hardly be the first bat missing left-hander to make serious strides in that area as he climbs the minor league ladder. And he's only 19. He just turned 19, in fact. So he's got time to figure it out. The upside for Johnny King, very impressive, though.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be back right after this.
You can't count on Derek's tong skills.
Oh, Tony, I think it hit the ground.
But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount+.
Welcome back in FBT Express. We're taking a look at 6 under-the-radar prospects for those who play in Dynasty leagues. And next up, we have Joshua Baez, an outfielder in the Cardinals organization. 53 steals in the minors this year, and comes with a little punch as well.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised, given how high up the ladder he is, that he hasn't gotten more attention in prospect circles, certainly in dynasty circles, because of that power speed combo you're talking about. But Joshua Baez wasn't like, I can understand why he didn't get much attention coming into the year. The strikeout rate was exorbitant in the minor leagues, way too high. But he made a change to his stance, more upright at the plate, and the strikeout rate is more than respectable now. It's been 21% both at AA. I can't remember exactly what 2 levels he's at, but the 2 levels he's been at, it's been at 21%. It's not a problem anymore, the strikeout rate for Joshua Baez. He looks kind of like a right-handed version of Cody Bellinger standing at the plate, and he has the pull air rate to match. So he's parking a lot of balls in the left field bleachers, and then that inclination to run that he shows. He's not especially fast, but like he relishes the opportunity to steal bases. I think that's something that's going to carry over to the majors. And I think Joshua Baez, now that he has the strikeouts under control, is a significant asset.
Next up, we have Zach Cole, who is an outfielder in the Astros organization. A little bit older here, 25 years old, but someone who also has a little bit of power and speed.
Oh, he's got more than a little bit. In fact, he's been this is I guess he's kind of a late bloomer because, yes, he is on the older side for a prospect, but there's been a big jump in his exit velocities this year to the point he now looks like a premier power hitter. In fact, Baseball America in a couple places has compared Zach Cole to Spencer Jones in terms of the power and the little bit of speed he can offer and the strikeout rate. That's the downside to that comparison because Zach Cole is pushing a 35% rate between his two stops this year. But when you dig deeper into the plate discipline numbers, at least since he's gotten to AAA, which is a small sample, but it's where we can find this data, the strikeouts seem like less an issue of him just missing hittable pitches than him being way too passive. So he doesn't swing at much of anything out of the zone. He doesn't go chasing, and he makes contact on a high percentage of the pitches in the zone. So it seems like an approach issue for Zach Cole, all the strikeouts, and I think that's something he can work with a little more. It gives me some hope that those tools he has, those considerable tools, that they will amount to something, hopefully, for Zach Cole.
And the last name on the list here is David Davalillo, who is a pitcher in the Rangers organization. He's actually put up great numbers 2 years in a row here.
Yeah, so it is a 2.30 ERA between high A and double A. 2.30 ERA, 0.91 whip, 10.5 K per nine. Swinging strike rate verging on 14%. A lot to like there for David Davalillo. Now, he doesn't have like a lot of eye-popping pitches. The pure arsenal isn't that impressive. He's got a good splitter. It's really more of a pitchability thing. And he does a lot to throw off hitters' timing. He does a lot of like varying his delivery and doing a lot of like wiggling out there before different pitches. Honestly, the whole thing, watching David Davalillo pitch, it reminds me of Johnny Cueto. He does.
I was just going to say, Johnny.
Yeah, it's a lot of the same tricks, and even the delivery looks similar. He looks kind of like a Johnny Cueto clone. So I don't know that the upside is sky high, but I think he's very interesting, and I think he could be a nice rotation piece for the Rangers, potentially as soon as next year.
And that last name again is Davalillo. It's spelled Davalillo for those searching for him in Dynasty leagues. These are only 6 names. Scott actually has an article coming out with 16 names, so 10 additional ones if you want to check that out. Again, some deeper names to add in your Dynasty leagues. For more extensive fantasy baseball coverage, listen to our full-length podcast, Fantasy Baseball Today, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere else podcasts are found. Thanks for listening to Fantasy Baseball Today Express, and we will be back again tomorrow. Bye-bye.